So now we get into our main ones. And the first one, yes, we get to rehash an old fight. Mario versus Link versus Samus.
Do you actually say Mario?
I was going to ask the exact same question. How does not
I
come
don't
up
think I've
before?
ever heard you say that before.
I used to say Mario all the time, and now I'm slowly coming into the Mario fold.
Mario is a kind of New York thing, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, it's a New York thing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't noticed that before. Because I've definitely heard you
like I
say
said,
Mario before.
I say Mario more often now.
Okay.
But I think just reading it, when I read it, I think I say Mario.
Fair enough.
Anyway. The fight...
Now, I remember, Chris, you had an issue with
I had an issue with your gauntlet thing.
Yeah.
So I don't have an issue with you using the gauntlet. So the gauntlets is like, it was an item that you get that lets you lift really heavy things. And you said
Makes
that...
it super strong.
Yeah. You translated it to basically, he's just really strong and he can translate that strength into like throwing a bomb super fast. And I didn't agree with that. I think the gauntlets are basically, it just lets him lift things, but like if he specifically, like in the game, he throws bombs and he doesn't throw them super fast. I think you can't just say that he chooses not to.
Why not?
Because then like, why can't you say that?
It would be unhelpful. It would be unhelpful if he threw the bombs as hard as he could, because they would just be off screen. They would just be hurtling out of the stratosphere.
Like, if you translate his gauntlet strength to all of his other strength, then like the game would be super easy and he'd win super easily, but he doesn't. So I feel like the limitation is just whatever your limitation is in the game.
Yeah, no, and actually the bigger problem with it, and I'm not sure if I acknowledged in the episode, I think I might have mentioned it, but I was trying to figure out the physics of throwing, and so the physics of throwing is you're not actually limited by how strong your arm is and how fast you can throw a fastball, because like the amount of force your arm can generate versus the weight of a ball, it could go way faster. The limiting factor is actually how fast your arm can go, because the ball can't go faster than what you release it at. Like if you throw the ball, it leaves your hand at the speed that your hand is going,
And your hand is on like an arc because the length of your arm.
and it's a radial speed. So like pitchers, it's actually the speed is from the elbow to the hand, and that snap motion. And that snap motion is the limiting factor on how fast the ball can go. And it's something like 100 and it's like close to the speed of like, the fastest fastball. But because you just can't go, they are, they're pretty.
I mean, the speed of the ball is whatever the speed of your hand was.
Right. Yeah, it's not like a stronger pitcher can't throw the ball faster.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's kind of like golf. Like golf, they say like swinging super hard isn't necessarily the best way to do it.
Yeah, because it just adding the force doesn't do too much. What it does get you is that you can throw heavier things at the same speed, because it does limit you on your strength is limiting you on whether you can get your arm moving that fast while holding something that heavy. I kind of had a point where I was in my research and I'm like, hey, realistically, the throwing motion's the same, so you could not throw a bomb. I have this force number and I can't convert it into just throwing a bomb really fast. But on the other hand, I don't know how fast he could throw it or the heavy thing he could throw. I have no way to get there.
You do know how fast he could throw it because there's an example of him throwing it in the game.
But so I either could be like, okay, he can throw anything basically at 100 miles an hour, or I could say he can throw one bomb at near light speed. And I decided that the near light speed one, while probably slightly incorrect, I admit I made a choice here to be slightly incorrect for the fun. Even though slightly incorrect, I decided to go with the very fast bomb.
The thing is, I think it kind of broke the fight a little bit.
Which was handy, because we can't conclude these very well.
Well, I think if you didn't have your super strength, I think Samus would have won, and I think Samus should have won, actually.
Yay!
But I didn't really want to argue with you during the episode because we've done that a lot.
Which is the point, but yeah.
No.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to get like.
Oh yeah, you don't want to go too deep into tearing each other down, because we do have to come to a consensus.
Yeah. The problem is there's a difference between that is a more structural argument, like that takes away part of the answer. It's a deconstructive argument instead of a constructive one. Like the way to keep the fight going is not to say, and this is actually kind of an interesting. Maybe we put this as our topic for the next BTS, is how we, quote unquote, how we fight. But you don't want to say,
no, you're wrong, your shit sucks. You want to say, okay, fine, but now Samus also has this.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you're adding a new angle to the thing, and you're making progress instead of just being like, no, you can't do that. And now, instead of taking a step back, you're taking a step forward.
I think one of the reasons why I had such a big problem with it is because, like, Link isn't known for throwing bombs. It's not, like, an integral part of his character.
He's very known for throwing bombs.
Not, like, at super speeds. It's if you think about Link, you don't think, oh, he's a bomb thrower.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the narrative I was generating is that Link is hiding this incredible power, and he's just very tenderly not decided to use it, which was fun for me. I also really like Link and wanted him to win.
But you said that he could jump super high too, which I didn't, because that didn't affect the fight at all. So I didn't really argue about it that much. But Link is clearly known for not being able to jump. Like, that's something that people say about Link.
Right, which is why I love that argument that he does it because he would because he dare not.
I guess. I don't know. I just think it's not in the spirit of the question. Well, we say the spirit of the question a lot, but I think it's not in the spirit of the character.
Yeah, that's fair. I could have definitely taken it in a different. I definitely could have taken it in a different direction. The thing is, like, I got into the research and I enjoyed it. And I liked the conclusions that I had.
Yeah.
So I left it in. I don't completely disagree that that's not what you would typically expect from Link in a fight.
Because I had Mario, and there were some other games that gave Mario some better powers. There was one that, like, you get a power up that lets you clone Mario, and you have like 6 or 7 different Marios. But I felt like when people think of Mario, they don't really think, oh, he's someone that can multiply himself. So I chose Super Mario 3, which has some of the power ups that, like, you think about when you think about Mario.
It's the more iconic stuff.
Yeah.
So you're saying is you handcuff yourself and now you regret it.
In the spirit of the character. It's kind of, because it kind of reflects the cereal fight, because it's our famous one where I got mad at you for making Toucan Sam have super strength. It's basically the same situation. But, like, I had tricks.
I still someday I'm gonna find those 4 commercials. I'm gonna find all the examples in the commercials again and show them to you guys. Be like, guys,
I don't doubt that he does it, but, like, I had tricks, and the spirit of the character for tricks is that he does disguises, so that's what I focused on. The spirit of the character for Toucan Sam isn't that he's super strong; it's that he can smell.
Yeah, that didn't really get me very far.
And that he can fly. He's a bird, so you could use those 2 things.
Smelly bird.
He's a smell.
Like Tony the Tiger, which Ben had, I can see an argument for making him have super strength, which is basically what you did.
Yeah, I made that argument.
That was the preview clip from our Patreon exclusive behind the scenes episode. For the full episode, click on the link in the description.